we call that Almighty as the Kadavul. கடந்து உள்ளே சென்று பார், அந்த இறை தத்துவத்தை காணலாம். கடவுள், it's not a noun, it's a verb. To go inside and find the entire divinity there. So in English we call it a divine. This means dive in. You go inside, dive, and finally you can go up to the genetic center and take all the secrets. Therefore, this genetic center, which collects the information through our senses, through our birth, all the informations are there. So in the present life, we collect the information through our senses. So one record will be there in the brain, another record will be there in the genetic center. So in the brain, what all the records will be there in the brain? Only from the birth to this lifetime. Suppose we are now 30 or 40 years of age. So what you gain all these 40 years, that information alone will be there in the brain. But all the information before that, your parents, grandparents, the first human being, 5 sense, 4 sense, 3 sense, 2 sense, single sense, and the universe, absolute space. All these informations will be there only in the genetic center. Whenever your mind comes to a very, very subtle stage and goes deep, then it can take the data of it. So therefore, Swamiji says the genetic center has 2 important functions. One is getting the information through the body, through the 5 senses, and storing that. So storage is one point. Then taking out the informations from there and giving it through the brain as a thought waves. So contracting, making us imprints, then expanding, taking us the thought waves. So these are the 2 main activities of the genetic center. All the living beings, they have the genetic center. The genetic center, which consists of all the informations there. So through the genetic center only, then the further generations, they go on there. An egg from a mother's body and a sperm from the father's body, they combine to form the child. We get conceived in that way. So they carry all the informations. Only the egg and the sperm, they carry all the informations of the parents and the grandparents. And if you take any cell of the body, they will be having also information, but not all these informations. So the cell, they coming from the genetic center or the reproductive systems, they only have all the informations. They can produce, they help the generation to go on. Okay, so now let us understand the significance. The human brain structure is in a way that we can go deep and take the information from the genetic center and use it for our betterment of life. The animals, they don't have that capacity of the brain. They cannot take the information from the genetic center. They lead only in the peripheral level. The peripheral consciousness, that's all they can do that. We only are gifted personalities. But normally also we live only with the peripheral mind and we don't go deep, and we also live like other living beings, forgetting the asset the nature has provided to us. But only the Mahans and the seers and the saints, they go deep and enjoy all the secrets. Okay, then this genetic center, which stores all the informations. Okay, whatever we do from the morning to evening, how many thoughts are coming there? How many persons we have contacted, spoken with them? And what are all the activities we have done? All these informations are getting stored in the genetic center. So if any information is getting stored repeatedly, then they become our habits. We start doing that particular work job very easily because a lot of information about that is being stored. Because whatever information goes to the genetic center, a record will be there in the brain also. So if a particular information is stored repeatedly, then it becomes a habit for us. We will be doing that activity very easily. So in that way, all our thought, word and deed are getting stored in the genetic center. And if all our activities, thought, word and deed are positive and good, then later on they will be yielding very good results. See, the thought, word and deed, what we do daily now, they are something like seeds sown in a fertile land. So these seeds will start sprouting and growing when it gets sufficient water, air, and the comforts. Similarly, all our thoughts, word and deed in a daily life, so they are all sown in the, just like a fertile land in the genetic center, they are all putting there. So these, they will be also growing like the seeds. So some of the seeds you could see that they will grow easily and give the yield. Suppose you can see that tomato is coming there. And if you put a coconut seed, it takes some 5 years to come and give the result. Similarly, what are all the activities what we are doing here? Then they go to the genetic center, they become seeds and start growing there. And depending upon that, they all will be giving result one day. They will be all growing just like the plants or the trees are growing and giving the yield after some time. So all our thought, word and deed, all these activities, they will be getting stored in the genetic center and they all will be growing there, or they are one day the result will be coming there. If all our thoughts are positive, that is, after the meditation, we bless all the people. So whenever we bless, our thoughts will be positive. Whenever we think of helping others, our thoughts will be positive. But knowingly or unknowingly, when we are emotional, when we are selfish, possessive, then most probably thoughts will be negative in nature. So if the thoughts gets intensified, then they become the word. Later on, they become the deed also. So thought is the root cause for everything there. So all these inputs, thought, word and deed, they are recorded. The imprints will be there in the genetic center. If all your thoughts are positive, words and deeds are good, then good imprints are there in the genetic center, then they all will grow and the result will be coming there. When the result will be coming there? See, the planetary movement, different types of radiations we are associated with them. Depending upon the planetary movement, the stars, the galaxies, the radiations coming from there, they all will be growing. One day they will start giving the results. How the plants, they grow and give the yield. Similarly, the information stored in the genetic center, they all will be also giving the result. So all the positive thoughts, words and deeds, they will make us joyful, harmonious, peaceful when the result comes there. The negative thoughts, the negative words, and the negative deeds, what you have done already, they will be also giving results. So where we will be suffering, the frustration, the tension, the worrying, all the problems that we face. So whether we suffer or enjoy, it's only because of our past deeds, what we have done. Deeds means the thought, word and deed, everything will be coming there. Even the thought that makes a lot of things in the mind. They are the root cause for everything. They are the root cause for all the activities what we are doing now. Therefore, all the thoughts and word, they play a major role. In general, when we analyze our life, some of the times we are enjoying, joyful, we are peaceful. And some other times we are suffering. The mind gets frustrated. We are in tension. We are worrying. We face problems after problems. But when we analyze the cause for everything that all the imprints stored in the genetic center, they are all coming one by one, one by one, one by one. So if we store all the positive information only, then we'll be always joyful, peaceful. Our life will be a harmonious one. But knowingly, unknowingly, we commit a lot of unwanted things. And we are motivated to commit some mistakes. And all these mistakes committed, they get stored in the brain and the genetic center. And they all will be released as our sufferings one day, according to the different planetary positions and the universal magnetism where we are receiving. So they all will be giving there. So therefore our sufferings and joy is much related only to our activities, what we have done in the past. So let us not come and take the problem to anybody else. How much we are joyful, how much we are worrying, it's completely related to our past activities. That we call the karma theory or cause and effect. Whatever we have done, that gives a result. For each and every cause, there will be a result. By experience, if we can plan the cause, if we can plan the activities, always do good things, then we'll be also enjoying throughout the life. But knowingly or unknowingly, we commit a lot of mistakes on the way. But whether you commit the mistakes knowingly or unknowingly, everything will be recorded in the brain and the genetic center. They all will be giving the results one day. Therefore, we should be very careful in our thought, word and deed. We may think that without the knowledge of others, we are committing the mistakes. Nobody knows the mistakes, what we are committing, because we are doing inside the room or inside our mind. Nobody comes there. Nobody sees that mistake, what we are doing there. But whatever you do that, all the informations, they go to the brain and they go to the genetic center. They are stored in the genetic center. So all the information stored in the genetic center, they will be coming to the brain one day and they will be giving the result one day. Nobody can escape from that. That's why, knowingly or unknowingly, we should not commit any mistake. What is a mistake? We have that experience. What are all the activities will be good for the self and the society? Habits. Swamiji has very much simply classified that into the 6 temperaments. That's greed, anger, miserliness, immoral sexual passion, vanity and vengeance. These are all said to be the 6 unwanted qualities in the mind. We can have a desire, yes, to do good things and to help the self and the society, to sacrifice for the others. Yes, such a desire we should have it. But spoiling the other's life, the society, so that's not a, we should not have such things. So there comes the greed. That has to be eradicated anyway. Then the anger, emotional feeling by which we commit a lot of mistakes in the life. The anger is responsible for all the unwanted things happening in the society. So that has to be taken away from mind. Mindfulness, yes, the possessiveness. You can have all the comforts, all the materials in the life for your enjoyment. But keeping more and more things so that the other people, they are unable to get the things. And we want to enjoy ourselves. We don't allow other people to enjoy that. So there comes the mindfulness, possessiveness. Then the immoral sexual passion. So there's an unwanted thing. Then the vanity and vengeance. So these are all the unwanted 6 temperaments. They have to be converted. How it can be converted? The greed has to be converted into contentment. Yes, this is enough. This is enough. போதும் என்ற மனமே பொன் செய்யும் மருந்து தமிழ்ல சொல்வாங்க. நமக்கு அது மனசு வரணும், எனக்கு இது போதும் 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 என்ற நிலை வரணும். So the greed which can be converted into that contentment, anger that can be converted into tolerance, and miserliness that can be converted into charity. Then the immoral sexual passion that should be converted into the chastity. The vanity, that is superiority and inferiority complex, that has to be converted into the equality. Then the vengeance, that is keeping the anger intact in the mind, that becomes the vengeance. So that has to be converted into forgiveness. You forgive anybody, when anybody irritate you, you start forgiving them. So there your mind becomes free. Therefore all these unwanted 6 qualities, characters, they have to be converted to the 6 needed characters. So for which we have to introspect and we have to analyze ourselves. We have to be careful in our day-to-day activities. Knowingly or unknowingly, we should not commit any mistakes with thought, word or deed. We have to practice for that. So practicing that, it is not that easy. So therefore, to keep our mind, to keep our willpower more strong, we should meditate, we should chant some mantras, we should pray. So there only we get the strength for the mind, and with that willpower, with that confidence, that is, we can eradicate all the things. Swamiji has given some ways to purify the genetic center. So he gives 3 methods. One as the expiation, the second as the superimposition, the third as the neutralization. He gives that. That is, whenever we feel that we have committed some mistakes and somebody is suffering, then immediately we can go on and change that situation and help them to recover from that. Immediately we have to do it. Whenever we feel that we have hurt somebody else, we have disturbed somebody else, and when they are suffering because of our activities, immediately and go get an excuse from them. You can say sorry for them, and you can help in any way so that they can forget that sufferings happen because of my activity. So that we call as the expiation. So daily, knowingly, unknowingly, we commit a lot of things in day-to-day life, in the family life, between the life partners, children, friends and relatives. Knowingly, unknowingly, we hurt their minds and get the curses from them. So just by taking an excuse, saying that I am sorry, and in whatever the manner they have suffered, immediately you can help them to recover from that. So therefore, that will not be imprinted in deeply. So that goes away there itself. Okay, then in our life, we have done so many things. We have had so many people. We would be receiving so many curses from the different corners of the people, that we have accumulated a lot of things. So there we go to introspect and analyze, and the 6 temperaments and all the unwanted activities in our mind stored there, for which you should have you should convert into positively. So all the negative thoughts, they should be converted into positive thoughts. How that whenever you are free, always put some positive thoughts. First analyze what are all the negative thoughts you are having, negative habits you are having, the negative characters you are having, you try to remove one by one by self-retrospecting. And always imagine positively. Wherever you go, you have some positive imagination. And always bless others. Try to help others. Try to sacrifice and serve others. So helping the people, that's the thing where we can reduce all the imprint stored in the genetic center. So in that way, try to find out the unwanted things and try to remove it. Fill up the mind with more and more positive thoughts, Bless others always. So from the morning to evening, when you analyze the happenings in the mind always it will find fault with somebody else. And it will be blaming somebody else. And it will be taking your problems and making them to carry your problems. In that way, always it will be commenting others. It will be blaming others. So that is the normal happenings going on in the mind. Instead of blaming others, cursing others, you start blessing others. You think of the positive happenings occurring in their life. Maybe friends, maybe relatives, maybe any people in your office. You think of them for their welfare, you think of them. So that way, your positive thoughts. So that is a superimposition. Instead of each and every negative thought, you put a positive thought in that place and try to give the strength for the positive thought. Then after some time, the negative thoughts will fade away and the positive thoughts will get deeply rooted in your mind, for which it may take some 6 months or 1 year or 2 years. But by regular practice, all our negative thoughts of the mind can be erased and it can be filled with the positive thoughts. Okay, then finally it comes a neutralization. You go deep into the meditation, Duryadhitam, deep into the meditation. Remain there for a long time. Then all the unwanted imprints, sin imprints stored in the brain and the genetic center, they all will get dissolved in that meditative mode, for which you have to remain there for a long time. Very long time you have to remain there. So millions of impurities are there in the genetic center. How long you remain there deeply, that much of impurities will go away from the genetic center. So these are the 3 ways by which we can erase all the unwanted sin impurities from the mind. So in the Karma Yoga, Swamiji has given lot of things in detail. So the genetic centers will be purified. Or we can say we have been given this birth by the nature to erase all the negative imprints from the genetic center. But we waste our times, most of our life we waste our times, instead of going there and seeing the unwanted things and erasing out, and again we store more and more negative imprints in the genetic center, so by which we take birth. So millions of births we have taken, and again millions of births we are going to take again. But if all the imprints are erased out from the genetic center, and this may be your last birth, in that way only our seers of the Mahans, Maharishi-like persons, they have lived there. The entire life is nothing but a journey of consciousness. We are going for the higher consciousness level. One day we will achieve, but when that one day will be coming, that we don't know that. When all the negative imprints are erased from the genetic center, that will be the day where you realize yourself. That we call as the self-realization. When all the unwanted imprints, they go away from the genetic center, then there you start realizing the nature as you are yourself. And you and the nature are not different there. You become one with the nature. And you start enjoying that total consciousness and the total energy as you are yourself. So that will be the state of ecstasy. But when it comes there, even a bit of that impurity remains there in the genetic center, you cannot get it there. So all the impurities will be erased away. Then only we can realize that. So that comes by regular practice. So for which Swamiji has given the different types of exercise here. That is, so the mind has to be purified. For the purification of the mind only, Swamiji has given this different types of meditation techniques. That's the only way by which we can purify the mind. So daily we use clothes, the utensils in the kitchen, but daily we clean it, then only we use it. Similarly, the mind gets polluted daily. It has to be cleaned daily. How it can be cleaned? Only by meditation or by prayer. Any methods may be there, different methods may be available. But Swamiji has given a very simple technique, the simplified Kundalini Yoga. So by meditating, the mind gets purified. So daily the mind has to be purified. Okay, where the mind comes from? The mind is nothing but when the life force circulates through the body, that magnetism comes through the senses and the brain, and in put together you call that as a mind. Therefore, as long as you live, then only you will be having the mind. Therefore, you should live long, for which living long Swamiji has given the Kayakalpa exercise. When you do the Kayakalpa exercise, it takes only 10 minutes in a day. Sure, you can live long for a long time. Why do you live? You are living here to erase all the impurities in the general. To understand realize the Almighty, enjoy that ecstasy, for which you have to live for it. So you need a long life for it. The effort what we are taking now, it gradually grows. It needs so many years for us to come to that realization. So we need a long life. Okay, all right. Then the life force, where is the life force? It is there circulated inside the body. Unless the body is healthy, the life force cannot remain there intact inside the body. Therefore, the physical body should be healthy, physically fit. For which only Swamiji has given the physical exercise. You do the exercise regularly, it takes just 30 to 45 minutes in a day, then you are physically fit. If only you are physically fit, the life force going there would be in quantity and quality, it will be sufficient for all your activity there. Then your magnetism, the biominds are coming there. You will be more energetic in doing everything there. If you are more energetic, then you will be having the positive thoughts, positive words, and positive deeds. Whenever you are deficient of the energy, when the energy level comes down to you, you get irritated, you get frustration, you get depression, everything, because your energy has come down there. Therefore, you should be always having sufficient energy body. So, this rejuvenating the body, that's how much it calls this Kayakalpa Yoga. It takes only 10 minutes in a day. So the physical exercise and the Kayakalpa and the meditations. So these are the basic 3 things Swamiji has given here. It takes roughly 1 hour in the morning and half an hour in the evening. You spend this 1.5 hours only for you. Remaining all the 23.5 hours you spend for your family, society, your life partner, your children, everything. And you are spending only this 1.5 hour only for your soul. If only your soul gets pure, then all your karma will go off. Otherwise, the karma will be continuing there. You will be having births and births, millions of births you will be having there. So now you are given a chance to live for 100 years, and by the time you can eradicate all the sin imprints stored in the genetic center. So genetic center is a divine quote, Swamiji says. Yeah, if positive imprints are there, you will be enjoying. If negative imprints are there, you will be suffering. So for all your enjoyment and suffering, you are responsible. Nobody is responsible. So we get a chance to purify the genetic center. Therefore, by doing this practice regularly and systematically, we can purify the genetic center. And we can enjoy the life. Almost the life will be harmonious. Wherever you go, you can see the society harmonious. You can see the people very friendly. They are all affectionate. So because you are filled up with the love and compassion, so that love and compassion comes in all the ways. So by keeping the genetic center pure, and you can have a peaceful life, harmonious life, that keeping the genetic center with utmost pure, that is called as the self-realization. Self-realization is nothing but the God realization. Once you realize yourself, then there you realize the Almighty and the nature also. That is within our reach. But for which we have to remove all these significance from the genetic center. It is not that easy. We can clean the clothes with some salt powder and the soap, but we cannot clean the genetic center instantaneously. We need a continuous effort, very hard effort. The Mahans, they achieved it only after very, very long and hard effort. Only they achieved it. Yes, we can also achieve that. It is also within our reach, but we should also attempt for that hard effort. Then we can achieve them. So, on this auspicious day, I'm happy that all of you are listening to this one, and I wish that the Almighty and the Guru should help us to purify our genetic center. And we should also enjoy that blissful or the ecstasy as Swamiji Vedantri Maharishi has enjoyed it. He has given the ways and means how to eradicate, how to enjoy that. Let us follow what the exercise he has given to us, and let us practice that one systematically, sincerely, continuously. And one day we will also enjoy that blissful state of the ecstasy. So with that, let me conclude and bless all of you and your family members to live a prosperous and happy and a peaceful life. Be blessed by divine. Be blessed by divine. Be blessed by divine.